I searched everywhere. I looked through hundreds of files, searched through my text messages. I even looked everywhere in my wardrobe, but I just couldn't find where I asked for your opinion.
Hey y'all! Welcome to this Monday's episode of Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah, where I scour the internet and I look for situations where I can offer my unsolicited opinions. This week's, today's episode of Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah comes from Dear Amy. Dear Amy. All right, here we go. Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah, my husband and I usually have breakfast several times a week at a local coffee shop. Over the years, we have become friendly with several of the waitresses. At this time, there are two women that we would like to give special financial gifts to. One is a single mom whose daughter, I don't need the reasons why you. One is a single mom whose daughter is a straight A student and needs money for a school trip to Washington, D.C. The other one is putting herself through nursing school while working as a waitress. She just passed her nursing exam. Both of these ladies are hardworking, lovely people. I mean, the extreme justification going on here. We would like to give them each a financial gift of about $500. But my husband is afraid that if we do, the word will get around to the other employees at the coffee shop, and we will make ourselves targets for anyone who needs money. We can't do this for everyone. How can we handle giving these two gifts without making ourselves look like soft touches? For anyone else who needs money, we need your help on this one. Frequent diners. Signed, Frequent Diners. This is easy. So we'll probably be able to do another Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah after this. Easy. This is easy. All you have to do, and since your husband is the one with the concerns, all he has to do is, watch where each of them live. Like, get their first and last name, find out where they live. If he can't do it via the internet, then he can become a detective for 2 days. One day for one waitress, the other day for the other waitress. Become a detective. Watch where they go after work, right? And figure out where they live. And then you can take a brick and put the $500 on the brick. Take a piece of paper, tape it to the brick, and then write, something lovely on the paper around the brick that you just put a rubber band. You probably don't need tape. Tape might be going too far, but you probably just rubber band it, and then put something lovely, around the brick. Like, I hope your daughter finds what she's looking for in D.C. Boom, yeah. Or you can give it anonymously. You can give it anonymously. That's how you can do it. You can anonymously, like the Pink Panther. You could put the money in an envelope with the waitress's name on it. And then you could ninja your way around the cafe and leave it in a very obvious place where you'll know that the right person will get it, and do it like that. You could do it like that. Do they have to know that it comes from you? What you could do, how urgent is this money needed? You could just tip a little more every breakfast, I don't know. When is needs money for a school trip? I don't know how soon the school trip is. If you find out where, No. I was gonna say, because if you could sponsor the trip via the school, like if casually can ask where she goes to school, because you said you go there, be going there for years, so maybe casually asking where the daughter goes to school, and then you could send that money to the school as a sponsor for the girl's trip. I think there's all kinds of creative ways that you can give these people money outside of. I mean, for the nursing school waitress, the one in the nurse school, she just passed her exams. I just just tip her more and more until it gets to $500. You know what I'm saying? Start leaving no, because if you leave like a $50 tip, you could just make an announcement. You could stand up and make an announcement and be like, hey, none of you other suckers deserve this money. Only these two who are hardworking, lovely people, and her daughter is a straight A student, and she needs money for her school trip to DC. And I know your daughter is going on the same trip, but she only gets C's. You know what I'm saying? So your daughter doesn't deserve this money. So don't nobody come over here and ask, and I know you in school to be a nail tech, but she's in school to be a nurse. So she deserves this money more than you. All right? So you can just stand up and make that announcement. So we're going to give these two hardworking, lovely people $500 each. But don't nobody in here ask us for no money, because we have sat here and we have watched you all throughout the years. And throughout the years, these are the only two who have impressed us enough to get this $500 up out of us. So I don't want you all thinking that you can just tell us some sobs that, oh, my D's daughter, what is it? Because it's a straight A. So my straight D daughter, needs money for gymnastics. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. All right? So what? You just graduated from, and you just got your carpenter's license. You know what I'm saying? That's not enough. Over the years, nobody has really done enough. But these two ladies, finally, these two ladies caused us to want to come out of our, pockets and whop them up. So we finna do it and never talk to us about it again. But what you definitely don't want to do, don't give it through don't give it to the owner or the manager of it or anything. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes jobs will take they cut of your money. Okay? Maybe you could, you know what you could do? You could ask to pay her, ask each of them if you can, one time you go in for breakfast, be like, oh, I forgot my cash on me. Can I cash app you this tip? Okay? Cash app them, cash app them their tip. And then, because you want it to be anonymous, you don't want them to know that you gave them the money. That way they can't be like, oh, this old lady and this old man, I hustled them out this $500. Because that's really what you sound like. You sound like you're in fear of being hustled out your money. You can definitely, so send the tip to Cash App, but then don't send the $500 from your Cash App account. Okay? You have to be 2 people removed. So let's say you can give your next door neighbor, someone else, someone who they would not know is connected to you. You give them the $500, in your person, in your, you Cash App them $500, and then you watch them Cash App her $500, and then, in the note, you could say, anonymous support for your completing your nursing exam. Congratulations, nursing exam, and there's really there's no way, I don't think there's a way for the person to contact the other, the person that's going to Cash App them, I don't think there's a way for them to contact that person. Because I know I've received miscellaneous Cash Apps and you can't get their number just because they Cash Apped you. There's really no mechanism for that. So that's how you can do it. That's how you can do it. You can, throw a brick through their window after you stalk them, either via the internet or old-fashioned detective work. You can make the announcement in the cafe, don't nobody else try to come up with no sob story. You can, what was the second one? Cause I think the announcement was the third one, but, I'm leaning more towards the Cash App. I like that Cash App option. You know what I'm saying? Just forget your cash one day. I mean, you don't have to actually forget the cash, but I don't want to, I'm trying to create a ruse, not, establish lies. So you might want to actually, leave your cash at home one day. And that way there's no going back on it. You know what I mean? Like if you leave your cash at home or somewhere, oh, I don't have cash on me, right? And then she's like, oh, that's okay. What's up? Gertrude and Henry. That's okay, Gertrude and Henry. You guys are my favorite. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's what she'll probably say. And then you'd be like, no. My, granddaughter just taught me how to use this Cash App business. I can Cash App you the tip. Yeah, I like that scenario. And then have someone else that they, that's never come into the cafe with you. Okay? Their name shouldn't be. In fact, find someone whose name is like so polar opposite, whose cash tag is so polar opposite to who you are, that they'll never think of it. Like, don't have another old person do it. Have, like, some young, ratchet person do it. And that way they'll never associate it. They'll never associate it with you. You know what I mean? So it'll be like, getting high, 55. Cash tag getting high 50, no, not 55. Getting high, what is a young person's age? They would be born in what? Like, no, it can't. It's like, what is it? I'm like, like 2005, right? Getting high, 2005. And that could be, their cash tag. And they'll never think of you. They'll never think of Gertrude and Henry when they get this, $500 mysterious cash app. You know what I mean? So, yep, that's my advice. That's my unsolicited opinion on that. I think I did great. I think I really, really helped you guys out. And it took longer than I thought. I thought this was going to be an easy fix. I kind of had an attitude because it kind of, I don't know. There's just like, it's dripping. Something's dripping in there that I don't like it. I don't like the drippage of, there's like some kind of covering over this that it feels, a little icky. And I didn't really care for it. And so, but I worked through it. Because that's the kind of person I am. I don't like to feel icky about, things that I can't really, I can't really pinpoint it, so I don't really know what I'm feeling icky about. So I just moved on and gave great advice. So kudos to me. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all Wednesday on the next episode of Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah. Until then, and actually today and forevermore, much success to us all.